Hello, my very good friends, and welcome to this week market analysis with Roommate Dominic. Last week, the consumer price index was released, and a lot of traders were smiling as the figures that came out was way much more lower than what it has ever been in the last few years. It came out at 3.2, which saw that what the US government is currently doing to curb inflation down is actually working. Another agency called Fitch, as you can see in this report that I have here on my screen, actually did something incredible with the US credit rating. Now, the credit rating for different countries is taken per year to see how fit that country would be able to pay back the debts that they owe. However, for the US, they've always had a credit score of AAA. But for this last rating that happened, they were not given the AAA credit score. However, they fell short of 1A and had an AA plus. Now, why was this score short of 1A? Because these reasons are extremely obvious. In the last 20 years, we've seen a steady deterioration in the standard of governance in the US, and we've also seen that the huge debt in the US, which is currently sitting at about $32 trillion, is just rising and rising, and they keep spending and spending for external sources, external wars, and all of those things. And ideally, when a country is meant to pay back this debt, they have to pay about $1 trillion every year to see that that particular debt is repaid. And how will the US government pay back this debt? They just go back to borrow more for them to continue to pay, or use taxpayers' money, maybe tax more people, and then they see that that particular money comes from those sources. This infinite supply of money, where money is just generated out of thin air, is something that is not acceptable by any system that wants to be sustainable. And that's the reason why there's blockchain technology that limits the supply of these different currencies and have it capped at a maximum supply rate. And because of that, we can see that there are different projects, especially on the decentralized finance level, coming up. We are going to be doing some analysis today on the decentralized finance crypto tokens, and the first token on our list that we are going to take today is Aave. So today we're having the chart of Aave USDT on our screen, and we're showing this data from 2020, from October 2020 to 2023. Now we see that on our screen, in January 2021, we saw this massive run up that peaked at about $560, and then another run up in May 2021 that peaked at about $661. However, there's been a retracement in the market that is currently seeing Aave as a cryptocurrency sitting at about $66, which means that we've gone 10x down where we were formerly at. So at this point, you want to be able to see if it has entered into your point of interest zone. And how do you know if it's already at your point of interest zone? You draw your Fibonacci retracement tool from the lowest point of the chart and take it to the highest point of the chart. At the highest point of the chart, you will notice a few things have happened. Now, your point of interest zone is actually at the 0.168 level, and you can see that we've broken below that 0.168 level, and we're currently sitting at a very good place in the chart where any bounce from here is supposed to see us rise to at least about $154. So if you are entering into this market of Aave for the decentralized protocol, because these are some of the cryptocurrencies that will actually lead the charge for the next bull run, if you are entering into this market, you are expected to take profit at about $158 or take profit at about $257, which is a take profit too. So that means from where we are at now, we have about 100% profit, because 66 plus 68 should give you about 130 something. And if you see, our first take profit point is at 156. So this is a very good cryptocurrency that you can quickly leverage on to be able to make some money from it. Another cryptocurrency on our list for today that we must analyze is the BNB token. And for the BNB token, we pick it same thing from the lowest point of the chart. So we're taking from March 2020 to current day 2023. However, let's say current day 2023 is sitting on let's drag this up a bit, drag this up to the the highest point of this chart. Yes, so we can see it has already broken below that point of interest at 0.618, and we are just waiting for this to break into this compartment now and start a new run up. So if you are buying from this point, to make money. As this candlestick reclaims this level and then rallies up to the $344 region. So at this $344 region, you can expect that if it breaks through this point, you are already starting a new cycle of the bull run for BNB. Now, before we leave, we must look at the king in the market, which is Bitcoin. And as you know, Bitcoin helps you to be able to determine whatever it is that will happen on the general overview of the market. If you not yet looked at Bitcoin before analyzing other cryptocurrencies, it's not the best, because whatever happens to the king also affects other cryptocurrencies in the market. Quickly take the chart of Bitcoin, pick your Fibonacci retracement, see where we're at for the Fibonacci retracement for Bitcoin, and see if it's at your point of interest zone. So at your point of interest zone, you can see Bitcoin actually broke that, and it has reclaimed that support again. So you can see it's resting on a critical level where the former resistance has become a support for it. This former resistance has become a support for it, and this is a very good strong level, because anything that makes Bitcoin to rally up from this point, it will be rallying up into the $35,000 region, and then we can see Bitcoin at $44,000 from this current Bitcoin level. These different tokens that we've taken on today's market analysis will help you to understand where the market is going, especially for the DeFi protocols and with the main outlook of the market, which is Bitcoin. Ensure that you are always looking out for the statistics that is shown on your chart, because men lie, women lie, but the charts never lie. And remember, the secret to charting analysis is to always look left. Until next time, my very good friends, we'll come back to this market analysis. See you.